Good morning and welcome to the fifth and final travel vlog from our USA road trip. I can't believe we've reached this point. I mean, yes, we've still got a few more theme parks to go, but this is it, the last part of the journey, the last leg. And what a trip it has been. I mean, absolutely incredible. Still got more to see as we make our way up to New York. But here we are crossing over from Canada back into the United States of America. I'll show you that journey that we did a couple of days ago, crossing the border. It was really, really nice and easy. We didn't wait long at all. In fact, we just pulled straight up at the booth and it was like less than 2 minutes. A bit different going the other way, as expected. So we're currently on a bridge, like halfway in between Canada and the USA. And look at this beautiful scenery all around here. Absolutely gorgeous. We've just been at Niagara Falls again this morning, and if you want to see a video from there, check out my other channel, Adventure Sean, where I filmed a lot more, and we filmed it at night last night in the previous travel vlog right at the end, so check those out. But yeah, in terms of what we're going to be doing today in this journey, we've got about a 5.5 hour journey down to Knoebels Amusement Resort. We're making our way down to there, but we're going to be staying there until this evening. We're then going to drive from there to our accommodation, ready for the next park. So we've got a busy day today, quite a bit of driving, but it's mainly a daytime drive. Yes, we're going to be going again tonight for a couple of hours, but we've got this 5.5 hour drive in the daytime, which is really weird because every drive we've done really this trip has been like in the evening or like very early in the morning, whereas with this we're like going to be driving until about 1-2 o'clock. Now our arrival time at Knoebels all depends on US border really, and what happens up here. We've been waiting about 15-20 minutes so far. We're not even halfway, I don't think, over the bridge yet, so we'll see what happens. Obviously there's a lot of traffic all sort of crossing over on this boundary, so yeah, we'll keep you updated. Of course, won't really be able to film the whole area by the border, but I'll get a bit of footage of what I can do around there, and yeah, we'll see you when we make it back over into the United States of America. So as you can tell from all the flags down here on this street, we are back in the United States of America after what, about 36 hours in Canada?
It was nice.
Something like that. It was great, and yeah, like as we were talking about on the bridge going there, over into Canada, a lot more intense there in terms of the, oh here's some fuel pulling, a lot more intense there in terms of the questions. I mean, obviously with me visiting places like the UAE, there was questions asked, you know, why did he go to the UAE and all that sort of stuff, you know, loads of questions were asked. So yeah, it was quite different, that was. It actually took what, about maybe 10 minutes or so
at least, yeah,
to actually get through. I mean, they were asking us about
for a long while.
Our stamps and everything. They were asking us about in the passports, why there wasn't a stamp from when we came into Dallas. There's a lot to it, so it was actually it was the most intense like border check I've ever gone through out of all the trips. But in the end, you know, you just got to be very honest and say, look, we're doing a theme park trip, we spend this long here. They asked us about all sorts of stuff, and in the end it was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So you know, you can't really worry about it, you've just got to go with it and yeah, hope for the best.
He asked you about the United Arab Emirates and you didn't say you were going for Formula Rossa, which I was surprised at. Like, I thought you were going to say, when he said what your intention is going to the UAE, you were like, I thought you were going to go like Formula Rossa. Like.
You know, no, you just got to be, you know, you just got to be so careful with it all. But you know, we managed to get back in. Absolutely fine. You just got to be so honest and not really worry too much, really. Answer the questions the best you can. And yeah, we're back in the States. So from here on in, 3 hours, 23 minutes, we're going to be down to Knoebels. We've stopped at what looks like a really dodgy gas station.
And I wanted to go to the toilet, and it says no public restrooms on the door.
Actually.
So we're going to carry on on the road for the now.
We'll get started again.
Well, I mean, it's a very official sign. Can I just film over there? I'm just going to, hang on, let me focus in on that. It's just there. No outside food or beverages permitted, and no public restrooms. Sorry.
You are seeing the best stuff on this trip.
Oh, this is the best stuff. I'm loving this. Get some firewood down there for $6.
These travel vlogs, you're just seeing it like, you know, like, was that planned? No, I started the clip not even knowing there was going to be a gas station there.
And we've driven past on the trip quite a lot of like Amish farms as well, Amish, however you wish to pronounce it. However, we've driven past like signs pointing into them, whereas about 10 minutes ago we actually drove past an active open like Amish site, and although we didn't see any people there, it was really interesting to see like another community of people. We've seen so much of like, again, we keep talking about the real America, but also the things about America that make it so different from everywhere else in the world.
We've actually seen some of the best scenery in the
Oh my God, can we turn around there? I've got to show you that. They've just seen a cow on a hill that says, "I love milk," and it had a massive sign with a massive gold cow on the side of the road. That was the best thing I've ever just seen in my entire life. It was a milk farm. It said, "I love milk."
Anybody's seen it.
Oh, I didn't see. It was literally just on the side of the road. It was massive though. Crazy. I wish I was ready there. This is the thing. It's hard to capture because we're not looking for, like necessarily for things we know about.
We are.
It's just we spot something and we point it out. It's crazy.
So yeah, we'll carry on with this drive. We are going to stop for a toilet break, which we've just been chatting about. We've actually not once like said, "Oh, we need to stop for the toilet."
Stop for a wee.
Alex has broke that tradition now.
I need a wee. I can't help it. I've been drinking this milk down here. I've been drinking this 2% goodness here, and you know it's done me over.
You gotta go. You gotta go. But
indeed.
Look at this scenery around here. I mean, it's quite nice to not be on a big highway. Actually, I mean, we're on here for at least another 21 miles.
Country roads.
Yeah, take me home to the place I belong.
We're not going to West Virginia though. We've been there already.
Pennsylvania.
Mountain Mama.
So we'll see you a little later.
Country roads.
Yeah, the real America. Look at this, big swimming pool in the back garden. Believe it or not, we're 4 miles away from Knoebels and it sent us up this way.
You've not really been to the real America unless you've seen a red barn, have you? I feel like that's just the thing you have to do in the countryside is to look at one for at least 10 seconds.
We've done that now.
To get the credit, now we can move on with the very strange roads to the journey. It reminds me a little bit of Twin Lakes Park in Melton Mowbray.
Yeah, like little roads.
To Fantasy Island really, to Skegness. That's kind of an isolated place really, even though it's very populated when you get there. It's just following narrow little street roads till the park, but I think looking at it, looks like we're going to be following these kind of roads till the park, but
7 minutes away.
You know, it's interesting.
Yeah, with Knoebels, it's quite surprising really, because obviously I'm going to talk more about this in the main vlog and not in the travel vlog here, but I'll just quickly mention, as it is an amusement park here, it is actually a paper ride or wristband, and it's free entry to go in, so it seems quite weird, doesn't it, having a free to enter park in the middle of what looks to be nowhere. Normally you'd expect that sort of thing to be more...
It's like a horror film street really, isn't it? Like it's the place that you watch like Freddy and Jason, you know, and the Halloween movies. It's really quite surreal, but I just feel like we're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, well, we are looking around.
I feel like it's strange it being a paper ride park. Yeah. You normally expect that
in a city park.
Yeah, in a city park, or you know, like Blackpool or something. You know,
something where it's a little bit more populated than you know, country roads.
But I think a lot of the history behind this park is it started as more of an area for like picnics and that sort of thing, and then it's evolved into the amusement park it is today. So yeah, a few miles to go, and I'll show you some more footage when we get down here to Knoebels. So here we are. We came out on a little bit of a bigger road, sent us down that little road, but here we go, we've made it. And welcome to Knoebels Amusement Resort. Yeah, archway there of the entrance. Wow. Here we go, some real classic rides to be getting on today. So if you love your heritage rides, make sure you check out the vlog. Straight down there looking at Impulse. Little Zero coaster. And here it all is on the right hand side. Wow, here we go, some really old stuff to be riding here. We're going to get parked up Welcome to the amusement park. Oh, blimey, look at this. Oh, a dive bomber there. Not seen one of them for a while. Here we go. You love driving in next to all the coasters. Nice traditional American amusement park. And as you'll see in the main vlog, quite a few of the rides here have been relocated from other parks and areas. And wow, look at the car park. Oh my God.
It's a busy day at the park.
Look at that. It's very, very busy. But they've got like a campground here. It's free parking, free entry. And like we say, you pay per ride. So we'll get parked up. We'll see you this evening. We've got about an hour and 20-minute drive to our hotel near Hershey Park this evening. So we'll show you a little bit of that journey. Here we go, parking lot A. Wow, this feels proper old school. So we've got parking trams though to take you down to the entrance. Not like you really need them, is it, to be honest? I mean, it's only about a 5-minute walk over there. But here we go, welcome to Knobles. And we'll see you this evening when we continue in our travel vlog. See you a little later. What an awesome day we had at Knobles. It was absolutely brilliant. We stayed all the way through until 10 p.m. We didn't know if there was going to be a full day's worth, but there really was. Obviously, we got there at 2ish, and then we stayed all the way through until close tonight. Brilliant park. And then as soon as it shut, we were in the car, and I've just done the 1 hour and 20-minute drive through nothing, basically. With it being pitch black outside, there was nothing to really show you at all other than just the highway. And a lot of it, to be honest, was a single track road for some of it. So yeah, I thought, you know what, there's no point in really getting Alex to do any filming whilst I was driving there, letting him just have a bit of a chill out. There was nothing to show. But we've made it to our accommodation. We're 10 miles away from Hershey Park for the morning. Of course, big coasters there tomorrow. Gonna have an epic skyline, so we'll show you that drive in the next few minutes. Of course, we're off to sleep in a moment. Alex is just warming up some food in a microwave at reception. We've just been to Walmart to do some shopping, and then he'll be back in just a moment. But I tell you what, we're in a Super 8 tonight. This was super cheap as well. And yeah, look at it. I would say that this is one of the best rooms, top 3 rooms of the trip that we've stayed in. Look at this, it was dirt cheap. It was like $50. And look at it. Again, 2 massive beds, but we've got all these nice pictures at the back, all these different lamps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lamps, which is cool. And yeah, all this desk space. Really, really impressed. Ironing board down there. Like, this is definitely one of the, could be top 2 rooms. I mean, this is really nice accommodation. I think this is brilliant. We did read online that the rooms had a bit of an upgrade here. Yeah, I've got a proper bath and that in there. And we're here in decent time. It's just gone 12:15, so not too bad. With Hershey Park, we're actually getting in for early entry at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, we've got to be up quite early, got to be up about 8. But yeah, I'm going to get a good like 7 hours sleep. Looking forward to having a bit of rest, having a relax, full night's sleep, and then we'll be at Hershey Park in the morning. So hopefully Alex has nearly cooked his food. I was expecting him to come back like midway through doing this clip. But there you go, we'll see you in the morning on that drive to Hershey Park. And yeah, good night folks. Oh, that was a wonderful sleep last night. Feeling really fresh this morning. And I tell you what, we're going to need it here for Hershey Park. And there it is, a nice floral display across the side there. And here we go. We've just literally come in off the road here and just paid for the parking. What was it, $18?
$15.
$15. Oh, that's not too bad. It's actually quite reasonable. But yeah, here we go. We've got a long day ahead today, and we're actually going to be getting in the park from 9 a.m. Early entry all the way through until 11 p.m.
14-hour days, back at Disneyland hours.
It is like Disney, so we're going to be doing some big intense rides today, so not too sure how we're going to cope. I think we're going to be very, very tired again by the end of today.
I've got a couple of hours drive to finish after tonight as well, so I know that, you know, come Six Flags in the morning, which feels like a long way away right now.
Yeah.
And of course, a park that's on a Saturday is a big park, a lot of rides, and there's going to be a lot of bodies in this park. It's going to be a full-on day.
It is going to be full-on today. We're going to try and get in everything that we can do. It's quite a it's a big site. Like it's massive.
It's incredible, and I think it's kind of a self-contained place too. So you know, there's a big arena there which seems to host lots of music concerts. There's also posters on the way down. There's the Chocolate World Museum. There's actually a lot to this park. It's not just the theme park.
It's a massive. I mean, I don't know if they've got anything in terms of like water parks or hotels or anything here, but it's certainly a very big. It feels like a Disney entrance, you know, in terms of how many roads there is and all that sort of stuff. Here we go. Yeah, general parking. Don't know why they're all waiting over there.
Waiting on. I'm not quite sure.
Here we go. But,
straight in.
Yeah, straight out to general. And look at this view over here. Wow. The park itself looks actually quite compact from what I've seen. I don't think we're going to be walking too far between attractions, but there is a lot to see here today. Longest park hours of the trip, lots of coasters to get on. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Loads of staff on hand to get you all parked up, which is good. I mean, all the way down here, which is great. Oh, Sky Rush, very, very excited. It says the skyline, pretty impressive, isn't it? I mean, some of the rides here aren't ridiculously tall, like some of the other parks that we've been to, but I like how you can just see some of the rides peeking through the trees over there. And here we go. That's obviously the stadium over there with the lighting, isn't it? Very interesting, but there we go. Of course, check out our main vlog from the park. That's all from our little drive into Hershey Park. And we'll see you this evening where we're going to be really tired tonight. We're going to sound really, really tired, but we're going to go for it. So here we go. We'll see you in 14 hours.
Chocolate time.
Let's go. It's Choco time. So we're back on the road after a very, very long day at Hershey Park. But I tell you what, it's been absolutely incredible. Really, really enjoyed it. As you'll see from the main vlog from the park, that entrance driving in this morning and seeing the skyline, and yeah, it was a brilliant park, and it's one that's only going to get better next year, and you'll find out more information on why over in the main vlog. But yeah, it's very late night from in the park tonight. Rides closed at 11 o'clock. Managed to do the full 14 hours though, and yeah, we was out off the car park for 20 past 11. It's now 12:15. So we've been on the road for about, what, 50 minutes or so. And yeah, like we're not actually got too long to go. We've got 80 miles to go. We're actually driving down towards Six Flags Great Adventure, ready for in the morning. In terms of the drive tomorrow, we're going to be about a 22-minute drive approximately from our accommodation to the park, so we're not too far away. It opens at 10:30 rope drop tomorrow, so yeah, that means we're going to look at leaving the hotel about 20 to 10, get there for about 10 o'clock, then we've got half an hour to get in and make sure we can get up to King Dakar. But yeah, Alex has started off the drive. We'll swap over again soon. I'll do the last bit, but yeah, not too bad. I mean, we're looking at getting there, what, about 20 past? Half past one.
1:32 currently.
So that isn't too bad really, is it, tonight? I mean, that's quite good going, I'd say.
Knowing that this is one of the last few drives to do now, we're counting down. This is nearly it. I mean, obviously we're in the final travel vlog, but you know, it's kind of surreal setting in that this time next week we're going to be driving on the other side of the road again.
Going back home. Like, it's crazy, but what an adventure we've had. It really has been incredible, and we've seen some amazing things along the way, and honestly, go back and watch them all through in the playlist, all the different vlogs that we've done. There's been these 5 different travel vlogs where we've shown all the different journeys, and I really hope that you've enjoyed them. It's something that I've managed to stick with throughout the trip, and I must say at times it has been quite hard, because when it's late at night and you're driving all through the night as we have done, and sleeping in the cars early in the trip, getting into rooms at 5:30 in the morning, you know, the last thing you want to do really is get the camera out and start filming. However, that is exactly what I've tried to do this trip, and show you all of that, and I've stuck by it, and we've got the last couple of days of the trip now, and yeah, it certainly is very exciting. Obviously, with it being at night, you can't really see a lot here, and there's not really much to see. We're actually on a toll road tonight, just to make it a little bit easier. So yeah, we're on this toll road, which is, what, how long did it reduce the journey? About half an hour or something?
About 35-minute reduction of the journey, which is worthwhile for a few dollars. 60 miles we're on the turnpike for. It works out about $3.25, I believe, for that 60-mile journey. But it's one of the last few turnpikes we're doing now. I think we've got one more actually coming up on another drive, but they are really straightforward. You pull up to the barrier, grab a ticket, keep it with you, and whichever exit you are leaving at, drive out of the toll bridge, pay your money from you. If it doesn't register your car, vehicle details, registration document, just put the ticket in and it'll tell you exactly what your total is. But I do believe most of them are cash, so as part of the travel vlog, just bear that in mind. If you are driving, you will need some coins on you or some notes. They're all garages along the way on the turnpikes, like here on the right, but it's just good to be prepared sometimes, just in case.
There you go. But it is crazy. I mean, America's actually quite far behind when it comes to like card technology and that sort of thing, which is really crazy. I mean, compared to back home, like over here, they'll just take your card off you and like take it out the back somewhere sometimes if you're paying for something.
Thing here as well.
Yeah, it's amazing actually. Like you think, oh, America, everything's going to be advanced. Actually, it is quite far behind with some things in terms of like card payments and stuff. So bear that in mind. Anyway, I'll show you a little bit when we get back down to the hotel, and yeah, we'll give you a little room tour. I can predict what it's going to look like though. It's going to be 2 queen beds. It's going to be reasonable size. I think it's going to probably look the same as all of them have done.
Because all of them have been identical.
Yeah, all of them have been absolutely identical, and we made sure that we both had a bed each, of course, every night, a big queen bed, and also Wi-Fi and free parking. That has been the must when we've been planning this trip.
A lot of the hotels have had plenty of parking spaces. Wi-Fi's always been available. A lot of them have had free breakfast as well, which is really good as part of your stay, and all at reasonably affordable prices too. It's great, even some of those offers you don't get in the UK, so it's kind of nice to get them all as a package, really. It's great.
There you go. So we'll just carry on with this drive. An hour and a half to go. Oh, less than that, an hour and 15 to go.
Minutes.
And yeah.
The race to New York begins.
Then we'll be at our accommodation. Oh, a bit of lightning over there. See you a little later. Right then, so we arrived at our hotel about 15 minutes ago. Unfortunately, we've not been in the room for 15 minutes due to an extended check-in here at the Days Inn. Like some of these hotels over here, it really takes a very long time to check in. And I know we're staying in some very budget ones, but still, like when you've booked a room, and of course it comes all through, that whether it's on Expedia or Booking.com, that you're from the UK, you kind of expect to just be able to turn up, pay and get in your room, not have to give like phone numbers and basically she was saying, what's your zip code? Obviously we gave the postcode for the UK, but what their computer wasn't accepting it. So just be wary if you are doing that over here. You just want to get some sort of zip code for some random place and just give them that, to be honest, and just to save a bit of time, because yeah, like it's not great, is it really, when you get in somewhere at like 20 to 2 expecting to be in the room and then it's 2 o'clock, you know. But we're all sorted, we're in. It's just little things, isn't it, like that? Like we've had it quite a bit on this trip, and like when you're so tired, you just want to get to your room and chill out, don't you? Not wait. We've been 15 minutes in the lobby, haven't we?
One of the biggest things that upsets me about the whole process is, you know, as you say, it is now after 2 o'clock in the morning. I just missed one of the 2 episodes of Big Brother USA tonight. I'm now having to watch the second show to catch up on the first.
Oh, is it still going over here?
Big Brother USA is on the TV right now.
Oh my God.
But no, like in all seriousness, it's little things that you think about. You know what, you arrive at any time of day, you arrive at a hotel, fair enough, if there's 10 people in front of you waiting in line, you think, oh, it's annoying, but you think, fair enough, everyone else deserves the right to check in just like you. Yeah. But when you arrive, there's a lady mopping floors. It took her 5 minutes to get behind the desk to even sort anything out.
Yeah.
And then she's saying, well, I'm sorry, I can't accept the phone number, the zip code.
It's not our fault that we're not from this country, you know.
If you're going to buy me a house, then I'll happily give you my zip code. But I actually got to a point tonight where, because she wouldn't accept either of our zip codes, obviously we live at separate addresses, I gave her the zip code and phone number for Universal Orlando Resort.
Yeah.
What else am I supposed to give her? I don't have a USA address. She said we have to have a USA address. Well, I'm sorry, you're a hotel brand
they've let us book the room, yeah.
Selling a room online through multiple international countries. What do you want us to do? We offered both of our zip codes at home, didn't accept those, didn't accept either of our mobile numbers, so Universal's hotel booking line and Universal Boulevard's zip code is what she's going to deal with tonight. But you know, she might be horrible.
The thing is, the details just get stored anyway, like they don't go anywhere.
They don't go anywhere. And I bet after 24 hours, they'll never probably look at that record ever again.
No.
It's just.
But also, it's just a bit. It makes you a bit angry, really, because we've paid for this room like anybody else would, whether you live in the States or not.
I agree.
And yeah, anyway, you know, moving on from it, it's done with. But we just had it on quite a lot of occasions. Just beware. If you are coming to do a trip that you might have some issues with that, have some zip codes on standby. There you go, there's a little look in your bathroom. Nice big bath in there. And there you go, 2 queen beds as expected.
I've got the yellow pages here as well.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's actually the yellow pages. I remember when we used to get that to come through at home all the time.
I used to love the yellow pages, smell nice.
Oh, it's crazy. Well, there you go. Right, we'll see you in the morning. We've got a great skyline tomorrow. We're going to be seeing the world's tallest roller coaster.
That's a good start.
It's like, what, 10 miles or whatever down the road. So we'll see you in the morning. And yeah, on that drive to Six Flags Great Adventure. Good night. I'm just looking for the tallest roller coaster in the world. So here we are at Six Flags Great Adventure. Yeah. Looking forward to this. Very interesting slip-off road there on the other side. We actually missed the exit on the other side of the road. It was so small, like, it was just like a little tiny slip-off with a small sign. So we're just going to turn around and then you get a much bigger sign coming in this way. Bit of morning traffic. Not really had much morning traffic, have we, going into parks?
No, it's rare. Only at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Yeah, we had a little bit there. But it's a Sunday today, so we'll see what's going to happen. Everyone's making their way in and we've got the police blocking that lane over there. But yes, here we go, welcome to Six Flags. Of course, we've got our passes. We've got our free food. And we've got our water refill cup. I'll put soda in it, of course, as well.
Is there other drinks are available?
Oh, and there's Kingdom. Yeah.
Wow.
There she is. Oh, and just going up over the top there as well. That's a good sign that we want to see. Kingdom Car, the tallest roller coaster on Earth. So we've got a big park here, one of the biggest parks in terms of land size in the world. It's here and Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. They're the two biggest parks in terms of space.
The largest non-Disney theme park in the world, isn't it?
It is. We've got a huge safari here as well, which I've heard is very, very good. Don't know if we're going to get a chance to do it, but I've heard that it's good. Obviously got the water park, Hurricane Harbour. And here we go, we'll make our way around onto the parking lot. Hopefully we'll get a bit of a better view when we head around this corner. Look at that skyline, wow, absolutely incredible. Of course, Kingdom off to the left, El Toro over there. Looking forward to giving that thing a ride as well. Two massive bucket list coasters here and lots of other coasters to ride. I must say, with Six Flags, we do get a bit worried in terms of what's going to be operating from how this trip's gone.
Just a little bit.
However, we've just seen like 4 coasters going round, so I'm quite pleased with that. I've got quite positive vibes at the moment. Obviously, anything can change. It's going to be a long day.
Though, haven't we, at
yeah.
Six Flags, so it's best not to get your hopes up too soon because it sometimes means nothing. Weather forecast is set to be on our side today, but again, being in the US, that could change.
Anything's possible. Right, we're going to get parked up. We're going to head into the park and we'll see you this evening where we're going to be driving up to our final main theme park. Of course, we've got Coney Island as the final amusement park. But yeah, oh, look at that. Wow. That is an incredible view of Kingdom Car. Yeah, we're going to make our way up over to Six Flags New England. And yeah, we're going to be staying around there tonight. We get parked up and we'll see you later. Right then, so we've just literally wrapped up the theme park vlog, and here we are back in with the travel vlog, which technically this is the final video from this USA trip because this will be the final one to be uploaded before everything. But yeah, we're back in the car. We've got a bit of a longer drive tonight than we realised actually. We thought for some reason it was going to be less than 3 hours. I don't know why we thought
why
that,
did we think that,
but it's not. We're looking at about what, 3 hours?
3 hours 9 minutes. But obviously this is traffic.
Looking to get in there about 2 AM, and it's a 191 mile drive to Six Flags New England. Well, that is close to the park, and then in the morning we got a bit of a long one, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, I mean tonight we're splitting it. It's probably going to be about an hour and 45 minutes each of driving from start to end, and tomorrow we've got about the current traffic of this evening rush hour was about 38 minutes. I mean, I tried to do it during rush hour to monitor it because tomorrow morning of course it's going to be busy, just to kind of get an idea, but around 38 minutes with evening traffic. So you know, it's going to be a late night and a very early start. However, I think, Sean, we're going to be running on that much adrenaline now.
It's the last part of it now, and
we've got to hope that our bodies keep up with our adrenaline levels, because adrenaline wise I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm on good form, but everything else is starting to take its toll now.
Well, I can give you something to be excited for.
Go on, then.
There is a McDonald's just down here if you want to stop and get some food.
There is, but the only problem is it's hard to get to.
It's on the other side, unless there's a left turn we can get over, because I'm pretty hungry.
I'd love to say there was, Sean. Unfortunately at the minute there isn't.
And the other exciting news is that in this part of the travel vlog, we're going to see a bit of New York tonight.
New York. We're
going to see a bit.
Start spreading the news.
There you go. I mean, Jimmy Fallon's in the car. We're on the race. How are you in the back, Jimmy? All right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, my ride's awful. Yeah, we know that, Jimmy. So we're going to keep on going.
Controversial.
We're going to keep on going.
Is it taking a simulator?
We are going to be driving, not right through Manhattan Island, but we're going to be going near it, and we're going to see some of the skyscrapers. I mean, I was only there back in January, but yeah, I mean, we'll see a bit of New York. So we'll see you later on the drive. But hopefully we'll get a McDonald's soon because I'm starving. Right then, so here's a little look at the American Dream Mall under construction here. There we go, we can see the couple of the coasters inside there. I mean, I knew that we were going to be going pretty close to it, but there you go, there's your water park in there as well.
Crazy. Blimey,
I literally had the camera to hand there, literally just getting a few shots as you saw of the Manhattan skyline. Blimey, unfortunately that was going to be part of the trip, but it's not quite finished yet. But yeah, this whole site over here is a super mall. It's going to be opening at some point later in 2019. It's been a project that's been going on for many years, as you may have heard of, but it's finally nearing completion. It'll be opening later this year. But yeah, like we're just driving past sort of, obviously all Manhattan's over there in the distance. You can see the Empire State Building, One World Trade Center over to the right. Quite hard to get some shots from this far apart, because obviously we're moving on the road. And there's a few potholes, and yeah, so you know, you can get a nice sort of overview from quite far back here. But obviously, if you want to see some really nice up close and personal footage from loads of different attractions in New York, then head over to Adventure Shore, because I was last here at the start of the year. Actually kicked off 2019, where I spent a week in New York and walking around the city, seeing different attractions, and yeah, it was amazing. Really enjoyed it. Fascinating city to come and see. I also did a few different things in that trip as well. I mean, there's a lot of main touristy things that people want to see, but I really tried to focus on doing some other bits as well that people might not have heard of, and that was quite cool. But yeah, it shows how close the American Dream Mall is. I mean, I think that's going to be a very popular theme park and mall when all that opens, because it's just so close, isn't it, to the city? I mean, what are we, a few miles away there from Manhattan? So yeah, I think that'll go down really well, so close to the city. And in terms of the drive, we're doing okay. We're looking at what, 25 to 3, getting there, so you know, reasonable. Bit around. We stopped and had that McDonald's. We managed to turn into it, get a bit of food. But yeah, as always, I'll show you a bit of footage when we get up to the room, but we just thought I'd give you a bit of footage there as we pass by New York. Wonderful city, it really is. Oh, so I'm absolutely shattered, but we've made it to our hotel in the time that we expected, and it's a bit of a quicker check-in tonight as well. I know we mentioned last night how it seems to take ages to check in at these hotels, but it's a bit better tonight. It was about 5 minutes or so, and we had some more like details ready to give over tonight, like an American zip code and stuff. But here we go, nice hotel room, little couple of seats over there. Then I walked through that door. It's like a connecting room, and here we go, nice couple of queen beds next to each other. But there we go, we're absolutely shattered. We're gonna get some sleep, and yeah, of course we've got about a 40-minute drive in the morning down to the park, so we'll see you in the morning.
Good morning, good morning.
It's a fine Six Flags park.
Good morning to you
and you and you and you. Here we go. So we had a good sleep last night. Might have been a pretty late arrival, but we got about 6 hours in, which, to be honest, that's quite a lot compared to some of the nights we've had on this trip.
Oh wow!
But here we go, quite a nice skyline here. Welcome to Six Flags New England. I can see the RMC already.
Oh wow!
Is on your right.
Good start.
Here we go. Don't really know how we get into the lot. That's the exit. There's the entrance. We'll find out. But yeah, so this is it. Second to last park of the trip. and the last day of this car hire. Oh, this is a nice little sign here, isn't
Welcome
it?
to Agawam.
Agawam, Massachusetts. Oh yes. Drop off lane.
Six Flags New England parking, left lane.
We're going left.
Wow, we are. Oh my word. Wow,
okay.
okay. This is different from what we used to, but we're going to take it. That's a different sign to what we used to over there as well, I think. It's not quite the traditional Six Flags sign that we used to.
I like the fact that it's 20 minutes before opening and there's like hardly any traffic coming in. It's Monday today. It is today. So yeah, we're hoping today to literally get in there and do as much as we can.
It's going to be a cred run today, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, anything, if it looks decent other than stuff than coasters, then of course we'll do it, but we're hoping to get down into New York tonight to go and do a couple of sites and go and see the old Empire State Building tonight. I mean, that is open till like 1 in the morning, but we're hoping to get there for a reasonable time tonight. We've got about a 3-hour drive back from the park, and then we're dropping the car off tonight and we're going to be taking transport, so we're actually going to see a bit of transport in this final travel vlog.
We've got the Six Flags tram over there.
Yeah, oh god, that's a bit low capacity, isn't it, that?
I know. I suppose it's only Monday, isn't it?
Well, I don't think we're really going to see anything else then if we're parking on the other side. That was your skyline. From what I've seen on Google Maps, it's quite a small, compact park compared to some, but it looks very pretty, so I'm looking forward to it. So we'll get part. Oh, we've got to get this.
We've got a sign coming up, haven't we?
The toll booth is really nice.
Oh, the toll booth is lovely. Said no one ever.
There we go. It's alright when it's free.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Passes. Here you go, look at this.
You get here and you're told $30, like what?
That's a really nice toll booth, that.
Oh, that's lovely. Is it going to be my side this time, is it? People are just kind of jumping in whatever lane they can.
Sorry mate, I'm cutting in front of you there. So there we go. Welcome to Six Flags New England.
Wow.
He's bringing me over. Oh, he's waving me in.
Oh, you're being waved in there. He's saying you can stay there if you want. Oh, it's just like Chuckle Brothers there, isn't it?
This Jeep here, like he waved me in, not you.
It's like Paul Chuckle here, isn't it?
I'll take both lanes now.
Why not?
But anyway, there we go. So we're here at Six Flags New England. We'll see you this evening where it's going to be a fun night. So we're going to have a bit of driving, then we're going to have a bit of the New York subway, and then we're going to have a bit of having a little look around New York.
It's quite exciting, isn't it? Yeah. We had a nice drive in last night as well. I mean, we were a bit tired last night, but we did get the good drive done. It was pretty straightforward. And I mean, I got excited because my other passion kind of enrolled with my theme park passion last night. I actually drove past Wwe Headquarters, which is like the best thing imaginable for me. So you should have seen, like Sean said like yesterday, you should have seen my reaction when I saw it on the side of the street. I was like, oh my God, couldn't believe I saw it. Sean was like, what? It's only a building. Oh, I don't know.
To me,
it means nothing to you, does it? But I tell you what does mean something to me, Sean. Selfie stick bans. Look at that. There we go. From the offset. Selfie sticks are not permitted in the park. Selfie sticks.
No one around filming.
Nope.
Right.
Nothing.
We'll see you later on this evening where we're going to make our way into New York, New York.
Start spreading the news.
Will do. So we've had our day at Six Flags New England, and you know what? It's been a great Six Flags day. I'll show you a bit of the tunnel there we went through. Very, very tight tunnel, wasn't it? But here we go. So we're on our way to actually drop off the car via somewhere that I'll talk about in just a moment. But yeah, the car itself, what we've actually done is we've had a big tidy up of the car. We've actually got everything out on the car park, and everything's in the back here. We've got the seats back up down in the back there as well. We spent about 20 minutes just clearing everything up. Of course, when you've got a hire car, you want to make sure that you are giving it back in as good a state as you can. As much as when we picked it up, it wasn't really given to us in a good state, to be honest. You still got to make sure when you're giving it back that you're giving it back in a good state. No scratches or anything like that. We haven't had any bumps or anything. Fingers crossed we're on this last bit now.
Don't say that.
But yeah, everything's gone well. There's been no damage at all to the car, which is crazy. Bear in mind, we've done what? Well over 5,000 miles, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've done 5,000 miles since I last reset the clock, and that was probably about 2 weeks ago. So I know we've done a lot.
Yeah.
We've done a lot.
But we will actually get a total and mention it in the last travel vlog, because we have actually got the exact what it was when we started and obviously we'll have a look at it at the end.
I think we'll have a nice summary of everything, because we want to know how many steps we've done on the trip, how many miles approximately we've walked across the trip too. We want to kind of put all those stats together, and it's like the coasters. We want to try and work everything out, but we want to get everything done and out of the way before we start totaling numbers up.
Yeah, so we'll total all that up like later on in this travel vlog. When we wrap it up tomorrow at the end, so you can see all that when we're at JFK. But yeah, so our plan, what we're doing now, is we're going to the WWE headquarters.
I can't believe it.
Because
I'm so excited.
Last night we spotted it on the road, and obviously we're coming back past it to go to JFK, where we're dropping the car off tonight.
It's in Stamford, Connecticut, which we're driving straight to the centre of.
Alice wants to get a photo with the sign.
I do. Wrestling is like my side passion. It fits side by side with theme parks. They are 50-50 on my life, and to go to the headquarters for me is a big deal. I mean, Sean will probably get sick of hearing me talk about wrestling, but it is like, you know, like, I know, Sean, you like your aviation and your trains. That's like my other side of just theme parks. I've loved it since I was a kid. My nan got me into it, so now it's nice to kind of go and see where it all emanates from. And I know that in an hour from now they're going to be using that building as a network to broadcast their live television show 147 countries around the world. So it's quite exciting for me.
There we go. So we're going there for a little look. We're going to swap over then as well. And then, so this is like Alex's last bit of the drive, like the last time driving.
I have to touch the wheel again, unless Sean falls asleep, but I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, it is only 7 o'clock at night, so...
Hey, we're going home, look, Derby Orange.
Derby Orange, there you go.
For me, I'll miss it.
But yeah, so we're going to be there in about 40 minutes or so. We'll swap over, and then I'm going to do the last sort of hour and a half or so down to JFK, where we're going to drop the car off. And yeah, we're going to be using public transport tomorrow to get to Coney Island, and also have a look round New York as well. So that's the plan. We'll see in about 40 minutes where we'll get a bit of footage around at the WWE headquarters. Right then, so we're at the side of the road just here.
In Stamford, Connecticut.
We've come to see this building.
The building that is the WWE headquarters. This building right here.
There you go. So we've actually managed to park on this hotel that we're not staying at tonight, just to come around the corner.
Well, that is WWE headquarters. So it's been WWE headquarters since 1995, since it was the World Wrestling Federation. Which
Wikipedia is great, isn't it?
No, I knew this. So WWF is what it used to be known as, but that's obviously known as the Nature Company. So there was a copyright issue, so they changed the name to WWE. This is WWE's building, World Wrestling Entertainment as it's known, and this is the second to last year this building's going to be used by WWE, as they've actually got a big office opening in Stamford City not next year, in 2021. Loads of TV's been done here over the years. The network's produced here. All their like YouTube and Facebook social media videos are all done in here. The CEO Vince McMahon sits right in that top left hand side window at the front there, which is pretty exciting for any wrestling geeks right now. This is like the best thing ever to look at and be seeing in person. For anybody else, it's just a
hey, there's someone waving at you in that window up there.
I wish.
There you go.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. So yeah, if you've ever watched wrestling, if you've ever heard of WWF, WWE, it's all produced by these headquarters right here. This is their main business site for the whole world.
There you go. Right, so the plan is now we're going to get back in the car and we're going to go and drop the car off. So I'm going to drive us all the way down to JFK. Like I said, we're not flying out until this sort of time tomorrow night. We're dropping the car off and then we're going to be putting our luggage into a luggage storage, hopefully at the airport. We're then going to leave it there, use transport to get into the centre of New York, over into Manhattan, where we're going to stay over the night there. And then we're going to do some of the attractions, and then tomorrow night get transport back to the airport where we're going to fly out. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube, honk honk honk. So we'll see you back in the car and we'll get it dropped off. Right then, so we swapped over about half an hour ago, and yeah, like I'm driving through New York here. I mean, heading towards JFK. We are 22 miles away. Here we go, here's that skyline. Beautiful. So yeah, we are 22 miles away from the airport, and it's 52 minutes drive from this point. So that just gives you a bit of an idea on traffic and how long some of these roads can take. Luckily, I don't think we're heading straight through Manhattan, or at least I hope not.
Fingers crossed.
But you get some great views over there. I mean, look at that, like absolutely stunning skyline over there. It's nice to actually see it with the sunshine. I mean, when I was here back in January, it was freezing cold and there was icicles around. And there's the Empire State Building over there. I don't know if Alex can zoom in a little bit over there.
I'm on the city skyline.
Might not be the smoothest footage, obviously, with us travelling on the road here, but yeah, literally directly ahead from where we are now is the Empire State Building.
Just see it.
You can see just off to the right of it, a building that was under construction when I was here in January that looks like it's now complete, which is they're building these weird skyscrapers now where it's literally just a block, like a tower, like there's not really any nice architecture to it at all in my opinion, but it's nice to see it without the scaffolding down so I can make more of an opinion on it really. But yeah, like, you know, it's crazy to think that we're driving this close to New York. Of course, One World Trade Center just down there the distance as well. Of course, that's all built around the site of Ground Zero, where you've got the memorial areas of 9/11 around there, and also the rebuild where the fountains are, where the Twin Towers were as well. And honestly, I just, now I'm back here again, a bit emotional really after being here in January and going around there and seeing it all. It's not a nice place around there, but you know, it's all been finished off lovely around there now. It's a wonderful memorial to what happened, and you want to head over to Adventure Shore if you want to see a full video of me walking around there and seeing it all.
You can tell you're heading into New York because you see brake lights like the ocean. I think, you know, you see a sea of brake lights. We kind of just missed some of it last night. We were very lucky driving in. On the other sides of the road it seemed to be quite busy, but I mean, bear in mind this is traffic going into New York at this time of the evening. It's 8:30 in the evening, and you know, people are trying to get into the city, so imagine all these cars here who finished work in the city today are trying to leave. There's this many cars going in.
Pink car,
that was beautiful. Look
Alex's
at that.
future
car.
car,
Yes, please get me that car over there. Oh, it's gone. Missed it.
Pink car, but yeah, like it is crazy. But the thing is, when you're driving in America, well, you know, we may as well talk about it now. I mean, people have probably been commenting, is it scary? Obviously, a lot of these travel vlogs aren't on yet, so you've not got to, when we're obviously filming this, but obviously you've already watched them now. But I imagine a lot of the comments by this point are, you know, have we found it scary driving over here? The key to it is, I actually think it's easier driving on some of these roads than it is some of the roads back home, to be honest.
I agree.
Traffic moves a lot slower in the US. I mean, you don't have 80-mile-an-hour speed limits and stuff like you get in France and Germany, and I know in the UK 70 is our max.
Well, it's even slower here, isn't it?
Yeah, like, it is. And most roads are either 55 or 65. That's what I've tended to see from this trip.
We've seen a couple of 75s, haven't we? But that was like VMAX, but that was towards the start of the trip in the open roads. 65 really seems to be the common one for a lot of the major roads. I think the thing is to mention, like, you know, navigation has helped us massively.
Yeah.
Not just having a navigation, but or GPS, actually having a reliable one too, and one that you can trust. Sean and I have actually used two different navigations whilst we've been here. I mean, I've got an iPhone, so I've been using Apple Maps. Sean, you've been using something called Wwe, is that correct?
Yeah, so it's brilliant because it tells you, like, on here now, if you see all of this, spinning round, so it shows you like where police are positioned along. Obviously it's not always 100% accurate, but it tells you if there's police, traffic, exactly what the hold-ups are. It tells me here this is a 13 minute delay and the speed of what the traffic's moving and stuff, so it's very, very good. And also, if there's a car that's just stopped at the side of the road, I mean, in America it's quite common that cars can just be abandoned. That is a common sight over here. It'll tell you on here, warning, there's a car at the side of the road. Just little things to help you with the drive. So so if you are in this lane closest to the hard shoulder or whatever, and there is a car there, you don't panic, and you can kind of think, oh right, there's a car going to be coming up in a minute. I'll probably move over to the middle lane anyway, just to make sure that
you're prepared.
I'm prepared for it. So.
I think, like, some of my personal top tips, I'm sure Sean might have a couple too. First things first, obviously, again, the GPS is important. Secondly, understanding tolls, understanding where they are, how you find them, how to work them. There has only been a few across the whole trip. Usually located in around city centres and or airport expressways. Definitely something worth bearing in mind that they tend to only take cash. Yeah. So it's always good just to keep, you know, like Sean and I have kept a lot of coins in the middle holster in the car.
That's a gorgeous view over
just
there.
to be ready, yeah, it's beautiful. Let me get that
zoom in over there. I mean, you got some three very iconic buildings there. So to the right, the top of the Empire State Building there.
Got it.
Just to the left, the Chrysler Building, which has got all the glass top to it. And then just to the left of that, of course, One World Trade Center. So
crazy.
Three very iconic buildings there. all in a row, and we're sort of coming in from, like, I say Central Park end. I mean, Central Park's a few miles sort of down here, and we're coming in from that way, like your World Trade Center and Statue of Liberty and everything's right down the bottom. We're sort of coming in from the top here, and down, and I assume we're going to sort of head round to the left down towards the airport. So yeah, there we go. We'll see you a little bit later on. I'm going to sit in this traffic for 48 minutes apparently, all the way. Well, that's what it's going to take us to get to the airport, get the car dropped off, then we're going to get on the subway, which, you know me, I like my public transport and stuff. However, I really, really struggle when it comes to the New York subway.
Can I have a hearty Italian? Is that alright if we're going to Subway?
You
said wrong Subway. Is that the wrong one?
The actual subway.
The actual subway. Gosh.
The New York subway.
Exciting, but nerve-wracking at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's not quite as well designed as the London Underground.
Oh, and my final other tip was just plan journey breaks. Plan time just to stretch your legs for 5 minutes. Get some fresh air. Don't just keep having the AC blasting. You're thinking you'll be fine. Do get out. Do breathe some real air. And, you know, try and get your windows open at day and night time when you can. It makes you feel the world better than just stuffing yourself in a car for 4 hours thinking you can cope. If you're tired, pull over. There's no chance of, I might be alright for 5 more minutes, just for the sake of being safe. Do what we've done, just pull over into a services even, run to the restroom, have some fresh air, get a drink, start again if you feel like you can. It's, you know, there's no need to rush in the US. You've got time, but make sure you plan time into it as well.
There we go, we've made it, so we're in New York.
New York, start spreading the news.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that was weird that we did that.
Well, it is the lyrics to the song.
It is.
Here we go, it's his speed camera, so it tells you just everything what's coming up.
That's something we haven't heard a lot on this trip, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't really get them, do you, over here?
They're not speed cameras, just cops everywhere, isn't it?
There you go, we'll see you a little bit later on, and yeah, we'll keep you updated with everything that's going on.
Willis Avenue, 3rd Avenue Bridge.
So this is it, the last half a mile for this car on this journey.
Oh, sad.
It's really, really quite sad. We're literally just pulling in now into the rent-a-car. Like, this is it. It's actually quite sad. I mean, I've not been a massive fan of this vehicle. However, it's served us well. There's some horns going on there. It's served us well, and this is it. So it's goodbye. We're gonna get this returned, get the paperwork sorted, get it all checked over. We've made it back. We've had no scratches, no accidents. No, nothing.
Still time, don't jinx it.
We're all happy days, so we'll see you once we're all sorted, and let's get on some public transport. Right then, so we've made it to our boutique hotel. Give me a new, come on. Put your pot noodle down, give me a new, that's it. So here we go. Yes, we are here in New York, and we're not actually too far from the Roosevelt Island tramway, actually. We're not far at all from there. We've got a subway station, which is about a 5-minute walk around the corner. And yeah, it might be 11:15 at night. We might have done a massive 3-week road trip, but we're just going to sit in bed in the hotel.
Yes.
No.
What?
We're going to go and explore New York. We're going to go to the Empire State Building tonight.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
it's open until 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning?
Yeah.
Let's keep going until 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
All night party.
Let's keep going. But yeah, so what we did in terms of the journey, we didn't actually get the subway to the hotel. We decided to get an Uber. We went for the boring option, but it was the easiest option for us tonight because we worked out that by the time we paid for luggage storage, it was like $20 a bag. Then we had to get the subway with our all the way down here and work it all out. So we thought, you know what, let's get an Uber, and it's cost us what, $50, I think, was it?
The Uber is about $50 one way.
$50, so not too bad really for New York. And for the ease of it, we'd have spent $40 on the baggage storage, and then like, yeah, it might have even worked out cheaper doing this, to be honest, splitting it. But we are going to get the subway in just a few moments, so I'm going to get a bit of footage. We're going to head into Times Square, go and get a bit of food, and then have a little stroll down to the Empire State Building. It's about 15-20 minutes, give or take, and you get to see a few other famous sites along the way, doing that walk from Times Square down to the Empire State. So yeah, we'll go and have a little look at that. I mean, I'm not going to film too much because that's what my other channel's all about, Adventure Sean, and I've well covered all of this. However, I'll get a little bit of footage just to put into here, so you can see it all. Here we go, get them legs kicking up in the air. Here we go. Where are we? We're in New York.
Chicago. Oh, sorry. New York, yeah.
Obviously, Alex never been to New York before, so we're going to go and have a little explore. Get on the subway.
Start showing me sights.
Great. So here we are. He goes out. Yeah. Here's the bathroom in here. Yeah, we've got, it's a big bathroom, isn't it? It's huge.
I don't want the royalty police on me, so I stopped it.
The what?
I don't want the royalty.
Oh yeah, no copyright claims coming in. But yeah, here we go. There's all my stuff what I packed up into the bag. And yeah, this is the room. I mean, it's small, but it's, you know, it's okay. In terms of views out there, there's loads of office space, it seems. But there you go. Right, let's go and get on the subway and go and have a little explore. And we'll see you in Times Square.
See you at midnight.
Right about now. So we've just come off the subway and we've made our way down to Times Square, New York. What really is the heart of this incredible city. And like I say, I've done a full video all about this over on Adventure Sean, my second channel, and I will put a link down below in the description. But look at this, I mean, it's like now nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, everything's just still pumping around here, and it is crazy. You know, shops are still open, a lot of things don't even close around here. It really is absolutely incredible. Alex is sat just over there taking it all in. I think it was a bit of a shock for him, really, sort of coming in and seeing it all for the first time. Yeah, it really is incredible. So what I'll do over the next couple of minutes, I'll put a little bit of footage in just from round here, make our way back to the hotel, have some sleep, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to show you a bit of the journey up to Coney Island. I think I'm going to be on my own for that one. I think Alex is that tired, he's going to have a bit of a chill out, have a little walk around some other areas of New York. Bear in mind he's never been here before, and yeah, I completely understand that. With this city, it really is an amazing place, and when you come for the first time, there's so much more here than roller coasters. Obviously, when I came in January, the coasters weren't open and I did all this other stuff. So for me, it's kind of like, I've seen all of this, I want to do the coasters and see all of Coney Island and all that area with the beach and everything. So obviously I'm sticking with the plan and doing that. But yeah, I completely understand why Alex wouldn't want to miss seeing all of this and having a good walk around in the daytime and taking it in. But there you go, it is absolutely wonderful, isn't it, around here? And it might be some people's nightmare, but I love it. I mean, you really feel involved in this amazing city, and it's the city that doesn't sleep, as they say, and that is very, very true. And also a concrete jungle. You look at the size of these buildings, like all around you, you are so trapped in. It feels like daytime around here, with all the light coming off these screens. Absolutely incredible, it really is. But anyway, I'll put a couple of shots in. We're going to head back to the hotel, and I'll see you guys in the morning where I'm on the subway making my way to Coney Island. So yes, good morning and welcome to Coney Island, where I've just made the journey from central New York, which was around an hour and 10 minutes on the subway. It was the orange line, it was actually line F, that brought me directly from the station next to our hotel down here to Coney Island. And yeah, this gives you a bit of an idea of where we are in terms of the rest of the city. If I zoom in just down here, you can see just down there, that's the subway station for Coney Island on the right. Some of the buildings down there in central New York and Manhattan. all down there. But yes, one to Coney Island. Like I said last night, I am on my own today. Alex is really tired. He was still in bed when I left him this morning, and yeah, he's just so tired. He's gonna have a chill, have a little walk around Manhattan, see some of the sights. Because bear in mind, he's never been to New York before. And yeah, I'm gonna spend about 4 hours or so, maybe 5 hours down here at Coney Island. Very weird for me because I was last here in January 2019 and it was empty around here, like there was no one at all. And now look at it, it's full of people, all the beach across here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I really like this whole boardwalk area. And of course, here's the entrance to Luna Park. Yeah, it's got such a history, this area. I'm going to be talking more about that in the videos. Yeah, it stretches all the way along the front here. Yeah, you've got the big fun wheel over there as well, Thunderbolt, and of course the classic Cyclone. So yeah, loads of people about this morning. It's got a lovely atmosphere already. And yeah, let's go and get sorted here at the park. So in terms of this travel vlog, of course we're coming to the end of it. It's the last day of our huge USA road trip today. If you've made it to this point, I just want to say a big thank you. I really hope you've enjoyed watching all the vlogs. It really has been an amazing trip. And yeah, this is the final video. Go back through all the playlists, see all the different videos from this trip. And yeah, honestly, we've had an amazing time. We're both very tired now. I am looking forward to getting back home and having a bit of a chill out. Of course, seeing Charlotte, I've missed her very much. And yeah, but what an amazing trip it's been. So we'll see you this evening where we're going to make that journey back from New York to JFK, the airport, and going to be flying back home. So we'll wrap up the vlog and the trip tonight in JFK airport. So we'll see you a little bit later on. So we've arrived at JFK, and that is it. I can't believe it. Met back up with Alex. Of course, I spent the day at Coney Island, and I showed you a bit of the subway earlier on.
And I did some sightseeing in New York, in and around the main city, Times Square, the Rockefeller Center, Empire State Building, seen quite a bit.
Yeah, a little look around, around the city. But there we go. We've literally just got the Uber back here to the airport with our bags. Obviously, because we took our bags down into the city on an Uber, we didn't want to travel back on the subway with bags. I mean, like I said earlier on in the travel vlog, the original plan was to leave our bags up at the airport, travel on the subway and come back. It's cost us a bit more than what we would have liked, but it's been quite efficient. And in terms of, I must say, getting the security checks in this airport is very quick.
It was very quick. 30 minutes from entering the building out of the Uber to actually being stood here now in the departures lounge waiting for our flight.
Bear in mind, we hadn't checked in or anything online. We did it at the machine. We then went to bag drop.
And there was one machine working.
Yeah.
There was a big line for bag drop. And security had quite a few people waiting too. It was really
one of the best security experiences ever there. Like, they just got us through so quickly. It was brilliant. But we've made it to the end of this epic series of videos. At the time of recording this, there's only 3 videos actually online from the trip as I'm actually filming this. So I don't really know exactly when this video is going to be posted. No. It could be a matter of a month from when we're actually back. It could be more than that because there's been lots and lots of different vlogs as you've been following in the playlist. But this is the point to say, I know I've been plugging it a lot, but please, if you want to see the whole order of what we've done and really follow the trip and not just sort of nip into little bits here and there, you want to go through the playlist because everything's in there in order, right back from when we did the very cringeworthy video announcing the trip, all the way through to the end now. Like, that is it.
This is the last actual trip video you're going to see. This is the last. There's no more preparations, no more planning. We get on this flight in 2 hours from now. We're back home in England. This trip is officially over, and you know, if you've been following this journey across your summer holidays at home in the United Kingdom or wherever you're watching in the world, you know, this is it. This is the end of the USA
I'm guessing we're somewhere in August. That's what I'm guessing when by the time this is going on.
Great summer, and I hope Andy Murray won at Wimbledon. I don't know.
I'm guessing we're somewhere in August, but I don't know. Like, anything's possible. But yeah, in terms of, there is going to be one more video from this trip, but we're not going to be recording it probably until about 3 weeks, a month from now, depending on how the videos have been going on. The reason I'm going to wait and we're not going to record it yet is because I want to look at all the comments that you guys have been putting in on all the videos. If you've got any questions and all that sort of stuff, and we're going to sit down, a bit like we did the Asia one, however it came months after because we had so much going on. With this, as soon as this video series has ended, which is obviously now, so coming up in the next few days really in terms of the upload time, we're going to have sat down and we're going to do a video just talking about what we've enjoyed, what we could have done better, what's gone well, what's gone better than expected. So I'm not going to say comment on this video for that, because by the time you're watching this, we've probably just recorded it.
Yeah,
it's all very confusing.
But if you've got any moments as well from the collection of the trip that you think is your personal favourite, get in touch, tell us what that was. We would love to know what part of this trip meant something to you, what was the funniest moment, what was the silliest moment, what was the best moment in your opinion. Go back to those from that particular vlog, find that moment, comment on that vlog, put the timestamp on it too.
Let us know.
We really want to know what you guys have enjoyed, because I mean, we've got a million things, and until we get home and we start realising this trip's over, I don't think we've had time to process it.
No, I think we've done that many parks, and it's a lot to process. I mean, are we ever going to do a 3.5-week trip again? Who knows? Anything's possible. But in general, I think it's been a success.
It has.
It started off, and I thought, to be honest, I didn't even know, because of health and also just because of the amount of driving and stuff, if it was going to go to plan.
I know.
But we've actually stuck to the itinerary day by day, and yes, we split off today.
And any difficulties we've had across the trip haven't really been anything that we've been a part of. It's more been things that have been out of our control too, as we've mentioned before. Obviously we started the trip not feeling too well. I'm actually just stood on the toe, on the feet of the foot that was broken 3.5 weeks ago from the first video you will have watched probably 6 weeks ago. Look at how things have changed from that time.
We're feeling better now.
We feel
like,
great.
I feel, and you'll notice as the vlogs have gone on, like the first few I was really bad. After Silver Dollar City I started to get a little bit better, but you know, it is crazy like how actually throughout this trip my energy level have gone higher, which is crazy. I thought it'd be the other way around. But there you go, we won't talk about all the trip in this, we'll save that until this highlights video. There's also going to be a bit of a montage that I'm going to put together as well, with highlights from the drive-in, from the sights we've seen from the parks, just a bit of a, like maybe a 4-minute video just to capture a bit of everything from the trip in one go at the end of that.
Can I just say thank you so much if you have followed this series from the beginning to where we are right now and you're listening to this speech. It's all thanks to you guys that we do this, and we get the energy. We love theme parks, we go to them, but your guys' support is just that little bit of extra spark that has got us to where we are today, back on our feet, feeling on cloud 9. Thank you so much, and quick thank you, Mum, Grandma, Jamie, Jade, all my family as well who are watching. Please, thank you so much for supporting me. I couldn't have done all of this without you.
Same again, thanks for your support. Of course, Charlotte's been sat at home throughout this. We've got a lot coming up, me and Charlotte now. The next 2 big trips on this channel, just me and Charlotte. We've got a huge trip around the Netherlands that we're going to be doing for a week, and then of course Florida coming up in a couple of months. So the time where this is on, it's probably next month, to be honest. We'll be into Florida. So yeah, what an absolutely awesome adventure we've done. Of course, Alex, we've made it. Thank you so much for an amazing trip. Of course, we put so much planning into this. Alex did a lot of the planning for all the times for driving and all that sort of stuff.
And some of it might not have made sense to people who've watched this
We've done this in a weird order,
We've done it in a weird order. However, it has worked the way we wanted it to. We did it a certain way for reasons that affect us. We know what times of day and night we want to drive, what times we want to eat, sleep, drink. We've planned everything in for our own personal interest. It might be completely different for someone else, time, journey-wise, but thank you so much. And Sean, thank you. I mean,
we've done it.
Like 6 years ago when Sean and I first met, it's actually the month now, 6 years since we've been friends.
Crazy.
I'd never stayed away from my family. I was homesick. I couldn't go and sleep at friends' houses. I couldn't go anywhere and do anything without my family. I was so nervous of everything. I had no confidence. Go back and watch Park Asterix.
Park Asterix,
2014.
Paris.
Go and see how different I was as a person back then to what I am now. There's only one person I can thank, and that's you. I can't thank you enough for that. We've just done
the
biggest theme park.
emotional.
I'm just signing my contract for next year.
Yeah, no,
I'm going back for next year for the next big trip, which is not happening.
There we go.
But no, thank you, and to everyone watching, we really appreciate it.
We've done this big trip, but who knows what's coming in the future, because there's still a few places out there that we've not explored. And you know, I would like to go and see some more of those. Maybe not for 3.5 weeks, but definitely a good couple of weeks in a few places.
There's a few big, lands, not necessarily down under, that we could go and visit.
We'll have to go out back and check, won't we?
I know, we'll have to go out the back and check. I'll go and do that in a moment. But Sean, there is one thing I can guarantee that is going to happen before the end of this video. I'm going to give you a big hug.
Oh, here we go,
mate. We've come here.
God, he needs a shower.
Oh, wow. Something's never changed.
But there we go. We've made it to the end. We're going to do a full video like this, talking about everything, our highlights, the best moments, and that'll be coming in a few days here on Theme Park Worldwide. That's it.
Friendship.
The end.
Friendship will never end.
This wonderful
but
trip.
this trip will.
It's gone to schedule. We've made it. We've done the parks. We've done.
Jimmy Fallon, we made it to New York.
I just want to say mileage as well. We've done over 5,500 miles.
Just in a car.
In that car,
Let
which is
alone
crazy.
walking and everything else. We'll put all the stats together
For that video, yeah. It'll all
you'll
come
see it
together.
all. We'll get it all. Let us go home and have a lie down, and let me go and eat some Kit Kats. That's what
We've got a flight to get on, so we're going to go and get on that. We're going to fly back to the UK. Thank you so much yet again for joining us on this epic adventure here on Theme Park Worldwide.
Weatherspoons, yeah, table for 2 for tomorrow, please. Thank
I want
you.
a Greg's, I want a Weatherspoons. Get me on that plane.
Yeah, you've got hot dogs? What? Oh no, things are changing.
No!
No!
On that note, we're going to fly back to the UK. We're coming back for you, England.
We're coming
and
back.
I hope you're ready for us. That means it's time to cue those credits. See you back in the UK.
Bye.